Well, hello, heathens! How are you guys doing tonight? I hope that you are doing spectacularly well. I know I am. I've been watching a lot of that Madam Secretary show. I don't know if you like that show. Let me know in the comments down below if you actually do like the show, watch the show, or whatever kind of show you're currently binge watching. I know that's what I do with Netflix, but tonight, what I want to do is I want to cover a video where a bunch of Christians give us sex advice. And I was watching a little bit of it just to see if it would be good, and it's quite disturbing. So, what I want to do first, though, is to tell you to look above in the comment section or down below in the description box. And, I've got a link to my game stream that I'm going to be doing here in just a little bit, as well as a link to my channel. I'm really trying to grow my YouTube channel, so please help me by subscribing to it, checking out the content, and, of course, subscribing if you like the content, especially if you like the content here. So, please do go down there, check that out, and let's go ahead and get right on into the video that we're going to be watching. This was actually posted on the Friendly Atheist page, and so let's see exactly what is going on here.
Hi, this is Tiffany Godfrey of CommittedWife.com.
It is the will of God that women be submissive to their husbands.
Now, women, listen, gotta be submissive to their husbands now. You understand me? You better get in that kitchen and make me a sandwich. I like bologna.
You can say something to him like this: I know that you're a lot more sexual than I am, and I know that you're different than I am.
Okay. I don't think that's men in general. I mean, there are women out there that are pretty sexual themselves. So I don't know what the context of that particular thing is.
But you're normal.
But you're normal. Thank you for letting us know that having a human sexual urges or sexual urges in general. Thank you for letting me know that that is perfectly normal. Woo! I was so worried for a second there.
Most women, when they start making love, are not actually aroused.
What the fuck? They're not actually aroused? I don't know. I don't think she understands how her bodies work. I mean, because, men obviously have a way to let you know that they're aroused. Women, if they're not aroused, you better get the Vaseline. I'm not trying to be crude about it, but I mean, that's pretty much, that's what you gotta, I don't know how else to do it.
And he just wants to see you naked and have sex. I mean,
that's all he wants to do. There's no way that love is in there. All he wants to do is satisfy his primal urges.
It's really not any more complicated than that.
And no, it's not any more complicated than that. Men are driven by their sexual urges. So women, you best submit as the Bible says. Praise Jesus.
I come home, my wife is usually in her sweats, she doesn't have any makeup on, her hair's not fixed.
And you're trying to turn the lights off and put on a flannel nightgown.
It wasn't like he wanted her to be in her prom dress.
And they want to wear a flannel nightgown,
I would be honored to come home and to feel like that she wanted to look her best for me.
Flannel.
That's right, women. Listen, when I get home from work, not only do I want a T-bone steak and potatoes and everything on there, I also want you dressed pretty so that when I bend you over and fuck you before dinner, God is pleased. You understand me? You hear? It feels so wrong acting like that. I'm just gonna say.
Nightgowns.
In
Spit it out, Junior!
Stuff happening in homes where women are being forced to do stuff that they don't want to do.
Just as he made you with an emotional need for release through talking, he made your husband with a physiological need for release.
It doesn't.
A psychological need. Okay, so let me get this straight. According to you, Miss Woman up there that's acting like she's got a level 1,000 or 9,000, it's over 9,000, her level of the Stockholm syndrome, where, that's what it seems like. Apparently, men have the need to release through their dick, but women, they just need to release out their mouths. Well, that could still be sexual. I'm just saying.
It doesn't matter if you feel like talking. You talk.
I just know he wants to have sex. He's probably lying there wondering if I'm going to start something.
Oh my God. He's just lying there wondering if I'm going to start something. Looks like the motherfucker just wants to catch some Z's, doesn't it? But still, I mean, what is the problem with the woman making a move? If a woman in a marriage or not in a marriage or anything, if she wants it, why can't she make a move to do some shit? I mean, I don't understand. Like, why does she have to sit there and like play it over and over in her head how sexually deviant her husband is, even though he's just laying right there, just trying to get some sleep for work the next day? Because Lord knows she's not going to be going to work. She's going to be sleeping in anyways because she's a Christian. All I gotta say is those sandwiches better be good.
They are being forced to suck
Again, spit it out, Junior.
things and to swallow things and to whatever things.
I don't know if I want to tonight. I might, I suppose.
I'm wondering how many of you lay there at night and you're like making like you're just doing this in bed and it's almost like kind of like a rave dance going on. You know what I'm saying? As you're wondering whether or not to fuck your husband. I mean, I'm asking for a friend. That's all. I'm just asking. I don't know how many of you rave dance as you're laying there in bed, trying to think about whether or not you want to get off.
Talking about real graphic stuff here.
I don't even care if it's good for me. I just don't want him to be mad at me.
And I'm
Okay, having sex with somebody just so that they won't be mad at you is not a good reason to have sex. If a person is going to be mad at you because you won't fuck them, then you should definitely run away from that particular relationship and get on a bus and possibly put continents between you two.
telling you, it's happening in homes.
If we just started, I bet I could get in the mood. And
Okay.
how long would it take realistically?
In homes.
I don't know. For me, it could take anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, but that's just me.
He is looking for you to bring your A game in the bedroom.
I'm going to
That's right, freak in the sheets, lady in the streets. I had to think for a second.
give it to him. Doesn't matter.
Give it to him. You just gotta give it to him. Like if you in there making a sandwich in the kitchen, all barefoot and pregnant and stuff, and he's like, "Come on, woman." Well, then you best get on and get her done.
No matter how I feel.
I didn't always feel like fixing my kids' lunch every day, especially when I wasn't hungry. But I did it because I knew they needed it.
Okay, hold on. Did she seriously just compare? Did she just compare fucking her husband to making her kids lunch? Like, if it becomes such a chore, then I think that you need to go to marriage counseling and figure some shit out there. Because you should want to have sex with your significant other. Like that's one of the basic, like, bonding methods, in a relationship like that, is that intimate time. If you see it as such a hassle, like getting your kids lunch together, you don't need to be in the relationship, or you need to seek some counseling. Just saying.
I don't think you will feel good.
A man feels respected when he knows you appreciate his passions and his pleasure, namely his sexual desires.
That's right. Any freaky shit out there, you best get up. Like, is one of my favorite comedians says, Rodney Carrington. I don't know if you guys heard of him, but he said that if a man wants you to hop on a ceiling fan with a beer bottle in your ass and cluck like a duck, you best do it. Alternatively, he said that if the woman asks that of you, then you best find another woman because that shit hurts.
And therefore feels respected when you initiate periodically.
You like that?
That's right. You've got to initiate periodically. If you find yourself in a slump where you're not initiating, don't think that there's something wrong with the marriage. Just go ahead, grit your teeth, and take it in the bum.
Ladies.
The Bible tells us that we must have sex with our husbands.
The whole thing.
Okay, must have sex with your husband. I think that having sex with your significant other is an important part of a relationship, but if you see it as a must, like you must have sex, that's not good. Seek counseling.
With the spiritual sex, I kind of like.
I think it's interesting how women still want their emotional needs met after marriage, but somehow lose sight that their husband has a need that they don't have.
Exactly, women. Why is it that after you get married, sex stops? Okay, well, one thing is if you do have kids, I mean, it's not exactly like you could throw on some Barney, let your 2-year-old in the living room while you go in the back room and stuff her mom. I don't think that's. I know I wouldn't do that. I think that that would kind of hamper the mood. Although there are some people out there that don't. So I mean, if you can bang it out while the kid's watching Barney, go to it. I mean, you could probably start humping to the theme song. I love you, you love me.
I don't care if it's good for me.
Just because most men could go a long time without talking, and most of you women could attest to that, many women could go a long time without sexual intimacy.
Well, now, sexual appetites are different among different people. So, I mean, but I mean, that's why, you should really know your partner's sexual appetite before going into a marriage. I guess that would be a good reason for you to advocate for, having sex before marriage, because then it's like, okay, well, he loves to have sex all the time. I like to have sex once a year. If that's not going to coincide, then maybe I'm not saying that you should force yourself to have sex with somebody, because that's not good. That's not going to turn out good. And it seems like what these people here are doing are saying that, hey, you have to have sex with your husband, even if you don't feel into it. And I mean, there are some women out there that get pleasure from having sex, even if they don't come. So, it all depends on the person.
What if he didn't speak to you for 3 weeks?
Some Christian.
Yeah, if your husband doesn't speak to you for 3 weeks, or if your wife doesn't speak to you for 3 weeks, there's a problem. Just saying.
Should come out with a book on spiritual sex.
What if he didn't speak to you for 3 months?
Why is it no one has actually developed anything sexual, like a spiritual sexuality, in the West?
What if he didn't speak to you for 3 years?
There's like one famous porn actor of recent.
One penis porn actor? Can you, like, if you're one penis, so you're just talking about a guy porn actor, or maybe you're leaving it open to the transvestites that are just like the top half or trans, but then they still got a dick. I'm not exactly sure what you call that. I think they're called traps or something. I don't know.
That I saw a video where he supposedly come 10 or 15 times in a row, or 20. I can't remember what it was, but
He's visually stimulated. Men are.
Okay, I want to know, what is the trick for that? If you can come 10 to 15 times in a row as a guy, that is some stamina, I just have to say. I mean, it's pretty, if you think about it, it's pretty impressive. I mean, those of you that are having sex out there, because I don't know your ages that are watching this, but I mean, I know me after sex, I can't, after I come, I can't just immediately hop on and go again. I mean, I'm pretty well spent.
This is the reason that pornography, that is very wrong, always wrong.
Now, let me tell you from the giddy up. Do not bring porn into your bedroom.
It's like a husband trading his wife for a 2D image on a screen.
If you're watching a porno, though, I mean, you don't know where the woman lives. She could live 5,000 miles, 10,000 miles away from you. You don't know where she lives.
Who gives a fuck? Seriously, who gives a fuck where a porn star lives? Why does that have to, are you seriously sitting there masturbating while you're watching your weird kinky-ass porn? Because I know that's what you watch there, buddy. Are you really sitting there thinking, I wonder if she has a pool in her backyard? Anyway,
back to this whole topic of spiritual sex.
There are people there, you hear them preach and say that Songs of Solomon talks about oral sex.
The Song of Solomon in no way, at any point in the entire book, refers to oral sex.
Okay. I can't remember where it is, but there is one verse that talks about a guy having the ejaculation of a horse or a donkey or something. There's also one verse that talks about a person putting their hand through a door, and then it's one of two things. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's one of two things. It's either the woman, sits on it kind of, and you can finger her, and that's part of the song or whatever, or she takes a giant shit in your hand. It's one or the other. I'm not sure, because the verse says her bowels move for him. I'm thinking, that's a little bit more kinky than I wanted, you know?
I sat down under his shadow with great delight, and his fruit was sweet to my taste.
After the oral sex.
I know that I'm pausing a lot, but that's because these are really short clips, so I'm trying to respond whenever I hear something ridiculous. So I'm really sorry about that.
Had started up, so I ended up throwing up for about 30 minutes.
The human mouth, by creative design, does not belong chomping on a person's sexual organs or licking a...
Whoa! Who out there is chomping on someone's dick or pussy? I mean, seriously, who is out there, like, seriously, like, I'm gonna eat you out, baby? I don't think that guy's ever eaten a vagina in his life. Oh my god, take some lessons from porn! God damn!
A person's sexual organs or sucking on them.
You just gotta leave it in God's hands, no matter what it is. Don't use birth control, condoms.
No, don't use condoms. They only prevent STDs, VDs, the AIDS, probably feline AIDS too. I'm not sure. I'll have to check with Creationist Cat on that. But no, don't use them, because they're against God. And if God wants you to have AIDS or a VD or an STD, well then by fucking God, you're gonna get it. It doesn't matter if you wear a condom. You will get AIDS even if you wear a condom. That's how they get there. Seriously, they're railing against condoms, and they go to obscene lengths to say that they're bad.
Promote other forms of sex, including oral or any of those. We don't promote them. Actually, you can get really sick with diseases if you do that kind of stuff.
It doesn't.
You can get really sick with diseases. Okay. Anytime you have sex without any kind of protection or anything like that, you're risking getting a disease or something like that. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else she was trying to say with that. I mean, you're risking disease. Like even not having sex, like you get AIDS from a dirty needle. A lot of nurses have gotten AIDS that way. I believe Maroon 5. I want to say the lead singer of that, his mom got AIDS or something. I know Maroon 5 did something with AIDS hospitals or something or another. They had a whole campaign about it. Anyways.
Doesn't mean that you can have oral and anal sex and bring a donkey into your bed.
Whoa! I think you just touched on donkey shows, and I believe you've got to go south of the border to get those.
I read this book like 2 years ago.
Having some dessert together, watching a movie, and then we get busy.
You have a sodomite spirit dwelling in your flesh.
Men respond to their wives' naked bodies. That's the way that God made us.
Okay, they do. But I mean, I don't know. I usually respond to some tight jeans as well. Just saying. It doesn't have to be someone's naked body. I mean, because there are specific categories, like on porn sites, where it's like non-nude. People like looking at people wearing scantily, scantily dressed women or men or whatever. But also, if you're in a marriage where your husband's turned on by the male next door neighbor, there needs to be a conversation. It's not that it's bad or anything. I think that it's fine. Just you don't need to repress those feelings. You need to deal with them. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus as your foundation before you get under the covers.
By initiating periodically, they love it.
Where should I put the organ? Where should the organ go?
Where should I put the organ? He can't say penis. Say it with me, everybody. Penis!
Go.
If a guy's in the other room masturbating and his wife's in another room masturbating, that's not oneness.
Even if I was a plumber, there are some places where the
I have to agree. If you're both masturbating, why not masturbate together?
plumbing isn't right. You know what I'm talking about? I was talking to a minister who told me that he had oral sex. I can't use that mouth the same way.
Thank you.
He can't use that mouth the same way. Like, if you give someone oral sex, does your mouth change? I mean, maybe if they're so big, like for, if you're sucking on a guy or whatnot, you're so big and your jaw dislocates. I mean, I guess. But for normal purposes, it doesn't change.
For joining us.
Go for it. 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 Go for it.
Oh, I think that's the channel that it's on.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, it's the end. It's an everything is terrible video that was posted on YouTube. So there we go. I'm really sorry for all the pausing, but I wanted to give, like, every time something came up, I wanted to pause it and give my own 2 cents on it. So I hope that you guys like this. If you did indeed like it, leave a like or a comment down below. Let me know if you did like me going through this, because if you guys do, I'm going to try to make this a regular Sunday night thing where I pick one video, go through it, and give a live response or whatnot. If you would like to join me on the channel, go up to the description box or down below to the description box and hit that subscribe link. And I would really enjoy it because I'm trying to build up my YouTube presence a little bit. We've surpassed 106,000 people already since we passed 100,000. So welcome all you new lovely heathens, or even if you're non-heathens. Let's see. Beige Valderrama Abella, can we suggest a video for me to react to? Yes, you can. Definitely send me a video in the inbox here on the page, and I will definitely look at it and see if I can respond to it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. It's kind of a Russian name. I really don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm going to try to do these every Sunday night at about 8:30 or so. So I'm going to try to get on a regular schedule for that if you would like to try to be around about that time. Heathen Jason Stites is a heathen. Let's see, Clinton Hurst, can you try to do it midday U.S. time and in the night? That way you get the evening Euros. Yeah. I can try to set something up like that. I usually work during the day. I work a 40-hour week at my job, so I can try to get that done. I can figure out a way to do that if people want it. Brandon, okay, Brandon, thanks for clarifying that with me. But yeah. So yes, every Sunday night, it's Sunday night for me, 8:30 Central Standard Time, so right around this time. I'm actually going to go and play some Far Cry Primal right now, so if you will, share this video out if you know somebody that would get a really good laugh at the video that I'm responding to. And I know it was a little jerky with me stopping so often, but anyways, I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a nice night and a lovely week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the page. That's kind of a surreal thought if you think about it. God, like, knitting together you in the womb, kind of like he's playing that PlayStation game where it's all those different bunch of fabrics and shit. That was that Little Big World watching my content and actually interacting with us, even though we might have some harsh words in the comments section, more specifically over